What if it's too hard?
I'm gonna push you.
What if it's too rough?
I'm gonna push you.
What if it's too tough?
I'm gonna push you.
What if you're just too young?
That's not true.
What if you're not good enough?
That's not true.
Why? Because
I can do everything I put my mind to.
I believe in you.
Chin up,
Believe in yourself.
head high.
Tell me why.
We push through anything we put our mind to.
Okay, students, we are going to look on this subject, social studies, this morning, and our topic will be locate on a map of the world the countries of origin of the Europeans and Africans that came to the Caribbean. And we know that the word origin simply means where these Europeans actually originated from or come from. All right. So in the previous class, we have learned that the Europeans that came to the Caribbean are the Spanish, British, French, Dutch, and Portuguese. So these are the major European groups that came to the Caribbean. All right. So let us look on the Spanish. So the Spanish is the people, and also it is the language that they speak. They also refer to as the Spaniards. All right, so the Spanish people also referred to as the Spaniards. These are the people that came to the Caribbean. All right, their country of origin now is Spain. All right, which is located on the continent of Europe, and we know that there are more than one continent. Europe is not the only continent, right? So we know that we have the continent of Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, as we just mentioned, Australia. All right, and Asia is actually the largest continent. Africa is actually the second largest continent. North America is the third largest. South America is the fourth largest. Antarctica is the fifth largest. Europe is actually the sixth largest, and Australia is the seventh largest continent. All right, so we also know that the Spaniards were the first Europeans to arrive in the Caribbean, and that trip was led by Christopher Columbus in the year 1492. And you have learned about Christopher Columbus in grade 4, so this name is not strange to you. All right, so we have the British. So the British people, so the people rather from Britain are called British. The language that they speak is British. The country of origin of the British people is England. They are also called English people. All right, so British / English. All right, so we know that the British came later and fought the Spanish and captured some of their islands in the year 1655. Let me say that again. The British came later and fought the Spanish and captured some of their islands in the year 1655. What about the French? The people from France are called French. The language they speak is also called French. The country of origin of the French people is France. All right, and we know that the French also fought and gained some lands such as Saint Kitts, Guadeloupe, Martinique, and that's why these countries speak French, right? That's why these countries speak French, because they were colonized by the French. All right. What about the Dutch? The people from the Netherlands are called Dutch. The language they speak is referred to as Dutch, and the country of origin of the Dutch people is the Netherlands. Portuguese. People from Portugal are called Portuguese. The language they speak is called Portuguese. Their country of origin is Portugal. And we know that the Dutch and the Portugal also fought to gain land. So they were also involved in the fighting of lands. Alright? What about the Africans? The enslaved Africans came from countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Gambia, Republic of Benin, etc. And these countries are located on the west coast of Africa and from Central Africa. Alright? And we also want to recognize the tribes. The tribe of these enslaved Africans, they came from tribes. And some of these tribes are Mandingos, Ashanti, Fanti, Yoruba, Igbo, Akan, Iu. Alright? So these are some of the tribes that these African people came out of, which are the enslaved Africans. Alright? So here's the big one. Locating the countries of origin of the Europeans. Now we want to locate the countries of origin of the Europeans. So as we mentioned earlier, that Europe is the continent. So we have the countries now where actually these Europeans are originated from. Alright, so the first one, which is Spanish, we know that the Spanish originated from Spain. So the Spanish people that came to the Caribbean are originated from Spain. Alright, so we want to locate Spain on the continent of Europe. Alright, so let us pause the video and you figure out where Spain actually is located on the continent of Europe. Alright, so pause the video for 1 minute, less than 1 minute, to figure it out. Alright, beautiful. So the country Spain is located right here. Alright, so the country Spain is located right here. See where the arrow is pointing? Right here. And then we have the Portuguese. So the Portuguese people are originated from Portugal, and Portugal is actually right here. So we see that Portugal and Spain share a border. Alright, so they share the borderline here. So this is the borderline here, they share the borderline here. So we have Portugal and we have Spain. Alright, so the Portuguese come from Portugal, which is right here. The Spanish are originated from Spain, which is right here. Alright, so the British now. So pause the video now again and figure out where England is located on the continent of Europe. Alright, very good. So right here, all of this is the United Kingdom. Right here, all of this right here that I'm pointing with the arrow, all of this is the United Kingdom, but England is located right here. So right here is England. Alright, right here is England, where the British or English people came from. Alright, so bear in mind. So the next one is the French people, and the French people are originated from France. So we want to find where is France. Alright, so as usual, pause the video and think about where France is located. And if you say right here, you are so correct. So France is actually located right here. Alright, France is actually located right here. Alright, beautiful. So the French people are originated from rather France, and France is actually located right here. Alright. So Dutch, what about the Dutch? So the Dutch people are originated from Netherlands. Alright, they are originated from Netherlands, and we want to find on the continent of Europe, Netherlands. Alright. So students, let us locate the country Netherlands on the continent of Europe, and we know that the people are Dutch. So the Dutch people are originated from Netherlands. So let us identify or locate on the map or on the continent of Europe the country Netherlands. Alright, so pause the video, let us figure it out. So if you say right here, you are 100%. So Netherlands, the country Netherlands, are located right here. So I guess that's it for the Europeans, and we are moving now to the Africans. All right. So it says locating the countries of origin of the Africans. All right. So we're going to look at that right now. So we know that these countries are located on the west coast of Africa and also Central Africa. All right. So these countries are located on the west coast of Africa and Central Africa. So we know our cardinal point, right? We know that is north, east, south, and west. So we know that it's, where's my arrow? North, east, south, and west. All right. North, east, south, and west. All right. So in other words, there's a little acronym that says never, where's my arrow? Never eat soggy worms. All right. Never eat soggy worms. All right. So actually my past grade 5 students have actually taught me that acronym, never eat soggy worms, and it's actually catchy. All right. So as I said earlier, these countries are located on the west coast of Africa and Central Africa. So we know that some of these countries will be located on this side where the arrow is moving. All right, this side. Good, because this side is the west side of Africa. All right. So the first one is Ghana. Ghana. So Ghana can be located where? You pause the video and answer that question for me right now. And if you say here, then you are 100% correct. So Ghana can be located right here. All right. All right. And these countries are the countries that our enslaved Africans are originated from. All right. So Ghana, we just look at that. Then we are going to look at Nigeria. All right. Nigeria. Where can we locate Nigeria on the continent of Africa? All right, so we can locate Nigeria right here. So Nigeria can be located right here. All right, right here we can locate Nigeria. All right, beautiful. And also we can also locate the Republic of Benin right here. All right, right here. So we know that the Republic of Benin Benin is actually, well, rather shares borderline with Nigeria. So Benin shares borderline with Nigeria. So Benin can be located right here, and Nigeria right here. Benin right here, Nigeria right here. And bear in mind that these countries are where our enslaved Africans came from. Okay, all right. So we have also Senegal. Where can we find Senegal? We can find Senegal right here. Beautiful. So we can find Senegal right here. All right. So we can find Senegal right here. And guess what? Gambia is actually nearby Senegal. So let me see my bright students identify Gambia. All right. So we said that Senegal is right here. All right. So let us locate Gambia. All right. So Gambia actually share a borderline with Senegal, right? So Gambia can be located right here. Senegal can be located right here. Gambia, Senegal. Gambia, Senegal. All right. Gambia, Senegal. All right, good. So we want to also look on, we mentioned Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Gambia, Benin. We want to also look on Central Africa now, because we know that some of our enslaved Africans also came from this Central Africa. All right, so we want to look at Central Africa. So which countries are located, or which country is located in the Central Africa, where our enslaved Africans come from or came from? All right, so the first one is Angola. Remember that song, Alangolia, Alangolia? All right, I can't sing, but I know you actually remember that song, right? Most of you. All right, so Angola. So Angola can be located where? All right, Angola can be located actually right here. All right, right here. Angola can be located right here. We also have Zambia, and Zambia can be located right where? Right here. Beautiful. So Zambia can be located right here, and also the Democratic Republic of Congo. All right, Congo. So Congo can be located right here. So the Democratic Republic of Congo can be located right here. So Congo can be located right here. All right, good. And also we have the Central Africa Republic, and this is right here. All right, this is right here. The Central African Republic is right here. All right, so we're just gonna stop at those countries, because those are the major countries that our enslaved Africans came from. All right, so they mostly came from the west, or the mostly located on the west coast of Africa, and also Central Africa. So bear that in mind. All right, and down the bottom there of the diagram, it says Africa is the second largest continent in the world by area, and we looked at that earlier. We looked at the continents earlier. All right, good. And just I wanted to bear these continents in mind, because you will see them again. All right, so we want to know why the Europeans came to the Caribbean. We want to know why the Europeans came to the Caribbean. All right, so people from many different countries in Europe came to settle in the Caribbean. The Spanish and English, which are the British, were from the continent of Europe, as we mentioned earlier. All right, let me read it again. The people from many different countries in Europe came to settle in the Caribbean. The Spanish and English, which are the British people, were from the continent of Europe. Continent of Europe. So the migration of the Europeans to the Caribbean began in the 15th century. All right, so the migration of the Europeans to the Caribbean began in the 15th century. And we know that a century is how many years? It's 100 years. So a century is 100 years. So 100 years make a century. All right. I know that you are bright students now. I know that you are very bright students. I want you to tell me now, how many years make a decade? I can hear all the students just jumping. Me, sir, me, sir, me, sir, me, sir. 10 years, sir, 10 years. And you are so correct. 10 years make a decade. All right. So how many years now make a millennium? Beautiful. 1,000 years make a millennium. A millennium. All right. You are so bright, and that is so correct. All right. Thank you very much for that. So this is the real reason why the Europeans came to the Caribbean. So in the 15th century, some of the most valuable resources in the world were spices and precious metals. Right? So this is the real reason why they came, for spices and precious metals. All right? This is not the only reason, but this is one of the reasons why they came. And we know that in the olden days, in the 15th century, they never have any refrigerator like us. They never that fortunate as us, which have refrigerator now, right? So we can actually preserve our meat by putting our meats in the refrigerator, and it don't spoil, right? In the 15th century, they have to use salt and spices to preserve their meats. All right. So, and some of these spices are nutmeg, pimento, cloves, cinnamon, ginger, and peppercorns. All right. You can actually research them, and you can actually go to your Jamaica Primary Social Studies book and further research on these spices. All right. So in the 15th century, some of the most valuable resources in the world were spices and precious metals. All right. And the Europeans wanted to find new routes. This is one of the next reason why they came to the Caribbean. The Europeans wanted to find new routes to these countries to control the spice trade, because of the old overland routes had become dangerous. So they wanted to find new routes to control the spice trade, all right? Because their old overland routes become so dangerous now. So the Europeans also wanted to find precious metals, and these metals consist of gold and silver, all right? So the precious metals consist of gold and silver. So these are the main reasons why the Europeans wanted to come to the Caribbean. All right, bear that in mind. So a little summary: the Spanish, we know that the country of origin is Spain, and the British / English, the country of origin is England. The French, France. The Dutch, Netherlands, and the Portuguese, the country of origin is Portugal. All right. So just bear that in mind. All right. So here's another summary of the continent of Europe. where we just identified earlier the countries that these Europeans actually came from. All right, so we mentioned Spain, and we see that Spain is right here. We mentioned Portugal, and we see that Portugal and Spain share a borderline there. And we also mentioned France, which is right here. We mentioned England, which is right here, and the Netherlands right here. So I'm not going to show you the continent of Africa now, because there will be an activity on Google Classroom that you will actually go and do. So you, after this video, after watching this video, you are going to go to Google Classroom right now and complete the activities. All right, thank you for watching. God bless you. I hope you are staying safe. You are washing your hands. You are social distancing. You are wearing your mask. All right, and you are keeping safe. So God bless you. It's actually a blessing. It's actually a blessing to be alive and well, and it's a blessing to be in good health. And none of us want to catch this virus. So follow the Ministry of Education and the government protocols to keep safe. All right. Have a productive day.